Okay, game one of round two. My opponent has Crusader and Warrior. I finally, thankfully, hooray, have the deck list up for Mage. Again, we're on Mage and Archer. Worth noting that we drew the short straw and we are playing against Aini. So if you are new to the competitive scene, Aini is one of the best players in the game, routinely finishes at the top of the ladder. I think we're going to take this as a tempo play.
Let's shed some light,
get something on the board. I suspect him to be on Control Warrior, running the Unstoppable Rage, Night Shadow combo. Even more so because he just didn't play anything early. So...
I have you now.
Do I care if he takes that trade? I think the answer is probably no. I'd rather, I think, develop the Daggerfall than waste the Word Crafter. This is going to be a bit of a slugfest, I think, so developing that value early might be relevant. I don't know. I feel like I actually have to be the beatdown in this scenario because Control Warrior is really, really strong late. Blood Magic Lords can go a long way. Alright. So we eat an Earthbone. Let's punch him. Probably shouldn't lane stack knowing that he's going to run the Rage combo and we don't have hard removal, but...
The waters of life.
My Arcade's beard. This stay will be mine.
Give this a go. Just trying to decide how much tempo I actually want to give him here. Like if I want to save the Word Crafter for now or later, I think I legitimately want to play it now. He could have another Earthbone, he could have Shadowfen, and then make the trade. I'm just trying to think of things, but I think using them in those fashions are probably wins for us. Right now we're just trying to, I think, put as much pressure as we can since we know we have Atro, and try to win that way, because...
I will protect the hiss.
Again, he's on Ramp Warrior, so he has likely a much shorter clock.
Your blood will spill.
See what happens over here before we make any decisions.
Take
Take the bolt. So I can Conspirator, or I could just Firebolt that. Just tempting. But Conspirator means I could also ditch this if I draw something juicier.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
I think we're gonna go that route. I've got to put the pressure on him though. Like, again, he's just got a stronger late game. We've got to be proactive. Belligerent Giant is good tempo. It's likely, I was going to say, bouncing something over there because if I had to go... Oh, I was going to say, if I had to guess, he might be trying to set up something else over there, but...
I have you now.
We're looking to Atro next turn, so this turn it's all about continued tempo, realistically, right? So let's go ahead and do that. It's getting close to where he can Night Shadow Rage, so we've got to finish him off. I mean, it's just what it comes down to. I I have to do it before he can pull it off. Even if we win this round, I'm actually kind of concerned about...
Fear me, mortal?
Oh, he's playing sour too, huh?
I have you now.
Elements, I summon thee.
It doesn't matter which side we put it on. If he's got the rage, either one of these would have cleared, right? Because he has a guy on both sides. Yep. So... does have the Fell the Mighty.
Careful there, friend.
Let's do that on this side. My kingdom for another Atromancer, my kingdom for Lightning Bolt, and 1 attack. He most certainly has us in a pickle. Knight of the Hour is pretty good.
Let none defile our temple.
Just because it gives us some additional board presence.
The waters of life. The waters of life.
2, so he's actually gonna get the Hisgrove to pop next turn.
Let's heat things up.
And he had the answer over there. So that's... we were looking for that to survive. Because then we could have got there. I mean, he does get those to pop, but he's realistically still only going to have like 4 cards, and he'll have kind of the same board to deal with, so... I think that this is probably still the right play. Means both sides are potentially lethal. Our biggest issue now is Unstoppable Rage on the left clears that lane. Fell the Mighty on the right clears that. We're just gonna fall short. Like, I can just feel it.
I am a child of darkness.
Yep. There's the combo. Good game. I just knew it. Well, 20 cards in and he had 2 rages. I'm not sure what else we could have done.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
I mean, I guess we're not entirely out of it, but let's be honest, we're out of it. It was 100% a race to beat that combo, and we could not do it. Oh, Skaven on the right, huh? So he had 2 Skavens, and he had 4... He only runs 6 ramp cards. He had 4 of the 6 ramps, and he had 2 Unstoppable Rages. Oh, and he's had another one. I just legitimately... I don't think that we had an answer for his draw, if I'm being honest.
May the ancestors bless.
This popping will for sure seal it. Hey, we got Firebolt back again. I mean, that, again, buys us some time. But the biggest problem is the health gain, right? He's gonna continue to gain health. Can only assume this is yet another answer.
Your pain is delicious.
Yeah, Atramancer is actually kind of irrelevant right now. What puts us back in the game? Maybe Dawn's Wrath?
History shall remember this day.
Let's dance. Let's dance.
8, 16, 18. If we take out an 8, he's 1 off. Alright, well, it was not a Dawn's Wrath. Dawn's Wrath would have been fantastic. I mean, I know that we were just running the singleton, but it would have been nice if a little bit of luck would have went our way. Dawn's Wrath would have for sure put us back in the game. No crushing blow would be nice. We really could use... Alright. Oh, yeah, never mind. That's gonna seal it. That's gonna seal it no matter what. Oh, that's gonna seal it no matter what. So like we could Manticore this side, and then technically that only comes through for 1, but then we have nothing over here. Atramancer is not enough to push for lethal. Even with the ally, it's only 6 and 6 is 12. Again, the Night Shadow combo is just completely devastating. And with the exception of maybe Blood Magic Lords, and I'm not even sure if he runs them or not, he's had most of his late game. Dawn's Wrath doesn't even save us now, because he's effectively split. So I'm not sure what the schemers could fetch for us. It's just, there were 2 pivotal turns, realistically. One was the turn where he actually had the Skaven to deal with our 2-1. And then this turn as well, just because he had just everything. Pulled our guy off so we couldn't, like, 8 trade in and catch that, right? Had the bounce, which with the breakthrough was a big deal. We'd be fine if we had another Harpy for a shackle, but we do not. Alright. That is game 1. We just needed him to not have the combo.
It has been my honor.
Unfortunately, he did. So we're off to game 2. On the plus side, you don't have to play against that bullshit anymore. On the downside, we have to play against Crusader, which is basically going to do the same thing. Alright, round 2, game 2. We're just going to stick with Control Mage because we have to win with it anyway. So we might as well just try to get it out of the way. I'd like some more early games, so I think we're going to ship those back. It's a little bit better.
I have no fear of you, cowardly schemer.
Alright, so he appears to be on aggressive Crusader, and we had no 2-drops. I'm glad I went to hunt for early game, but we didn't find it.
We stand united.
Just gonna... I wonder if he's basically playing like my Charger deck. I have no way to get anything else going, so I guess we do this.
Let's do
And
this.
whiff. Feels bad, man. We're taking at least 6 damage here. Probably not good for us, all things considered. If we can beat him with Control Mage here, I think that our Archer deck has a likely better matchup against this if it really is like the aggro Crusader, so this is their real, I think, test.
Trolls take you.
Problem is we don't have a great hand. Oh, that got a whole lot better. We didn't have a great hand, but maybe we'll get by on some Knight of the Hour luck like last round. To deal with the shenanigans.
We'll hold, no matter
That was kind of a big deal. Like that was a really big deal for
I
us.
shall end their blasphemy!
I have you now.
Still has a lot of cards and a lot of outs, but that really helped with the board presence. This would be one of those scenarios where we actually might play a Conspirator to pitch a Conspirator. If you're wondering why I run these over, say, like High Rock Summoner or some of the other common options, I really enjoy the flexibility they give me in terms of like pitching executes when they don't matter, just digging a little bit deeper for Manticora in the late game, right? You can play these to draw, pitch something else, hopefully find that 10 drop. I'd really like to develop Daggerfall here, but I also feel like bolting this is important. So I don't know what kind of top end he has, and if he's running like Belligerent Giants, that becomes more important. And he's got to lose this here anyway. So that's one of the reasons why I really want to bolt this, right? Is like I can play Daggerfall, but then I don't have an effective way to trade into this. Whereas if I bolt this, he has to do something to get rid of this, or at least I have this trade. So I think for those reasons I may have talked myself into it. I don't want to attack him even to get him closer to 30 because I don't know if he's running Afflicted Elite. Alright, raiding party? Yeah. Not unexpected.
Time to fight.
You can't defeat me.
Time to fight.
Not unexpected.
I am all we.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers. By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
So that is the problem with, again, he's basically playing my old Ray Chargels / like Charger build when I played on Archer. It's just blind aggression, damage from hand. I actually think I take this because if he plays more things from hand, that pulls a lot of damage off there. Like if you played another raiding party, that's as good as still saving 2 damage.
I'm ready for anything.
See, saved the damage there. Could really use some more guards. Alright. Steals a ward. Feels bad, man. Could really use that to trigger.
Let's do this.
Of course it doesn't.
Sheol take you.
Of course it doesn't. I can't even now tome and trade.
By the 8th, they will meet their makers.
So he's got at least 5 plus whatever's in hand. It's not looking too good. It'll be fine if we can gain some health back. Knights of the Hour, Tribune. But the biggest problem is just...
No fear of you, cowardly
Alright, so
skeever.
that's 6 damage that we're staring at on board. Yeah, let's go ahead and jab that. It might have been better to jab this, to be honest. Getting rid of the ward wasn't probably as big of a deal as getting rid of the thing in the shadow lane. That might have been a play mistake. It's going to cost me some damage, I think. Yeah, if I don't top deck like a firebolt here,
Sheol.
I am taking some unnecessary damage.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
I'm actually gonna ditch an Atro. Yep, Javelin was definitely a play mistake. I just took 3 unnecessary damage,
Trolls take you.
which is maybe enough for me to just outright lose. Only 1 Hive Defender, 1 Knight of the Hour. It's really rough in this matchup. No Tribunes. Tribune would go a long way towards helping out. Even just like the 4 health off of this, which is likely what I would do. Now everything's basically no hope.
I shall be your eyes and ears.
Alright, feel much better about the knight now. I honestly don't think Odaving's going to be relevant.
Sheol take.
Let none defile our temple.
He might be running a lit,
Take you.
so this is a risk, but at some point we've got to get to where we can think about alpha striking him. 7, 9, 12, 14, 16, 19, 22. So you got the burst.
There's nowhere they can hide.
That's
the
worth
hunter
5.
becomes the hunted.
At least we have a guard.
Sheol take.
I just really need to gain some health is the biggest problem. We're gonna drop this over here. We're gonna tome up over here. Another guard. And then Prey. How close are we to lethal? He's got to have like potential prophecies, javelins, gatekeepers, etc.
I'm
But
ready for anything.
alright, so he's got that.
There's nowhere they
Come
can
on.
hide. There's been my
Lost to my own deck.
I'm engaging.
Alright, fair enough.